February 1959. Deep in the frozen wilderness of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers set out on a journey. They never returned. Days later, their bodies were found, scattered, half dressed in the snow. Some had crushed bones, some were missing tongues and eyes, and their tents, it had been slashed open from the inside. No one knows what truly happened to them, but what we do know is terrifying. This is the chilling, unexplained horror of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. They were young, they were skilled, and they had no idea what was waiting for them in the mountains. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student, set off on a skiing expedition through the treacherous Ural Mountains. They were experienced hikers trained for the harsh conditions, but this time something was different. They were heading toward a remote region known as Kolat-Siakel. In the local Mansi language, this name meant Dead Mountain. They pitched their tent on the mountainside. It was supposed to be their last stop before reaching safety. But that night, something went terribly wrong. Whatever happened next scared them so much that they slashed their own tent open and ran into the freezing night with barely any clothes on. Weeks later, rescue teams arrived. What they found made no sense. First, they discovered the tent still standing, half buried in snow, with large slashes from the inside. Then the footprints leading away from the campsite into the woods. The hikers had fled without boots, jackets, or proper clothing in temperatures of minus 30 degrees centigrade. But it was how they died that has haunted investigators for decades. They found 2 bodies first, frozen near the remains of a campfire, then 3 more sprawled in the snow, as if they had been trying to crawl back to the tents. The last 4 bodies were discovered months later, buried deep beneath the snow in a ravine, and their injuries beyond disturbing. One had a fractured skull, 2 others had crushed ribs, yet their skin was untouched, as if they had been hit by a force beyond human strength. One hiker, Ludmila Dubinina, was missing her tongue and her eyes. Even stranger, there were no signs of struggle, no external wounds, no footprints from any attackers. It was as if they had been attacked by something invisible. For decades, researchers have tried to explain what happened that night, but every theory leads to more questions. Some experts believe the group was caught in a small avalanche, forcing them to flee the tent, but the bodies weren't buried in snow, and their injuries too severe for a simple collapse. The Ural Mountains were home to secret Soviet weapons testing. Some speculate that the hikers accidentally wandered into a restricted area and were silenced. Some scientists believe high-frequency infrasound waves caused by wind-triggered paranoia, making the hikers panic and flee into the cold. But could sound alone break bones? Some believe a massive unknown creature attacked the hikers. Soviet reports mentioned large footprints nearby, fueling the Russian Yeti theory. Whatever happened, one thing is clear: something terrified them that night. In 2019, 60 years later, Russia officially reopened the case. Their conclusion: the hikers died from a rare type of avalanche. But here's the thing: no avalanche debris was ever found. The slashes in the tents were still unexplained, and why was radiation detected on some of the victims' clothes? Whatever the truth may be, the Dyatlov Pass remains one of the most terrifying unsolved mysteries in history, and to this day, no one has ever dared to camp at Dead Mountain again. Would you? What do you think happened that night? Was it an avalanche, a secret Soviet cover-up, or something much worse? Let us know in the comments. And if you love terrifying real-life mysteries, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more binge-worthy content from Binge Vast HQ.